You guys, can I be honest? I am petrified to edit this episode because I know for a damn fact that A, I'm going to sound like such a narc, and B, I caught myself wheezing far too often. Far past the, like, cute, oh, it's a little wheeze. I was like, Emmers. So I want to preemptively apologize for that. For your gorgeous ears, you really didn't deserve that. So that's on me. But this isn't about me. This is about graffiti, baby. It's interesting, when we were just gabbing off camera, are you jealous? And, you know, we were talking about how the episode, it was really talking about, like, the art of graffiti and how it's representative of what's going on in the world at the time. But what we really didn't touch on is how straight up narsed it can be. I mean, you are traipsing moldy ass walls. You're going underneath tunnels that have like dirty ass needles. And he said sometimes he doesn't even shower right after. So I gotta give credit where credit is due, because, you know, it is an art form and it's hardcore. You see me in a cream colored cardigan right now. You know, I'll be taking 2 showers today. I use 2-ply, and that's it. And if you are the woman who tried to sell me on 1-ply this week, I have some words to exchange with you. So, listen, is graffiti illegal? You bet. But it's a real thing. It's happening all the time. So let's just get to know the person behind the paint can. Oh, I need to get out of here. All right, go grab a glitter gel pen, and welcome to Open Wide. Okay, everyone, if you hear just like a rogue wheeze or a cough, we have a third party in the room, and we're glad she's here. We're gonna not identify her. Mazel. But the real reason why we're here is for you.
Hell yeah.
And if you're watching this on YouTube, I've done the liberty of blurring this person's face out. But he's just a handsome, fun, cute guy. We love it all.
Don't even.
So a lot of my questions are actually about the work you do, and then we're going to get into you as we flow. You know what I mean?
No doubt.
What constitutes as graffiti? Because when I was kind of coming up with all this, I was like, is a dick under a bridge graffiti?
Fuck yeah.
So it all is.
Yeah. It's just like illegal painting. Like,
okay.
Illegal fucking writing on walls. Like, yeah.
And does it have to be spray paint?
No, not at all. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So it's broad.
Yeah, right? Yeah. I mean, it could be with a brush. It could be with a paint pen. It could be with whatever.
Huh.
Whatever that marks the surface. That's pretty much it.
Okay. And it can be words, a photo. Like, it could be literally anything.
Yeah. As long as it's not legal.
It's
you know, as long as there's no permission involved.
Sure.
You know what I mean?
Then you're in a safe space.
Yeah.
Yeah, because I was like, I feel like graffiti really ranges from, like, live, laugh, love to, like, a full gang-related something. Like, it's
totally.
a range.
Totally. Yeah.
So then what's your sweet spot? What's your style?
I'm definitely more on the artsy side. I mean, I'm all about, like, going to somewhere people aren't going to see and enjoying my time and just painting. You know what I mean?
Okay.
But, yeah, it ranges from that to, like, borderline gang shit. You know what I mean? Like, a lot of, like, tag banging and whatnot, where, like, you might as well just be in a gang. Like, what's the fucking point?
Got it. And do you have to learn each gang's... I literally sound like a cop right now. This is so bad. Do you have to learn, I mean, each sign? Like, do you know which areas to tag and which not?
I mean, like, generally being around in the streets and talking to people and just, being out there, you kind of end up learning it. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So then, how did you learn how to be a graffiti artist? Or were you an artist first?
Yeah, sure.
Okay.
I mean, like, I don't know. I played with clay as a kid, and I fucking drew on everything and all of that good stuff. You know, I didn't take schooling very serious.
Yeah.
But, like, Yeah, I grew up next to the LA River, and I was like finding spray cans in the bushes from dudes who were painting whole pieces and whatnot, you know. And it's like, and I was scribbling on their pieces because like I just didn't get it. And yeah, like my neighbors were in high school. I was in like elementary school at the time, you know, and they were big in graffiti. They were good, you know. And then like they kind of like gave me the ropes, like don't go over our shit, you know. And I was like, oh, I'm sorry, you know, a little kid.
Yeah.
So like, yeah, that was kind of like my introduction. Yeah.
Because I think when we're kids, we learn how to paint. How do I explain this? Like on something perpendicular to our face. But
Sure,
painting
yeah.
something in front of you, also with a spray can, seems so difficult. Like, how do you learn? I'm trying to think. Anytime I've used a spray can, it's to like do a go team sign.
Right.
So I'm
no,
like,
yeah.
how do you do shading and lines and like?
It's definitely a lot of like practice makes perfect.
Okay. There's no class.
No,
right?
yeah, like I'd been painting from when I was like 10 years old to when I was in college, and maybe about the time I was in college, I started to like really pick up on some notes. You know what I mean?
Okay.
So like, yeah, like can control, you know, like how you angle the can, how far it is from the wall, all of that, how fast you're moving. You start to pick up on that over time.
Okay.
Yeah.
Is there a name for your technique? Like, I'm trying to think with tattooing, you can have like classic style or like stick and poke.
I got LA style.
Okay.
Yeah.
So what would that look like?
That's why, yeah, I have a lot of like really aggressive kind of like stature with it all. You know what I mean? A lot of like crazy lines doing things, weird letter structure. A lot of, I'll bevel my letters a lot, which is just like kind of bringing out the middle of your letters. So you have like shading and lighting on either side. And that's definitely a big LA thing. But yeah, I mean, I don't know. Yeah, it's aggressive.
I love it.
Yeah.
Are you big on color?
I suck with it, honestly. Like, yeah, like in school, I did like 5 years of like charcoal still life. So like black and white, like I know that shit by like the back of my hand. But like colors, I'm like, I really have to think about it.
Yeah.
So
when you mean like colors matching it looking good, or just like the actual technique of using color is really hard?
No, yeah, just like, yeah, matching well, you know, like
Yeah,
having a
yeah.
good composition at the end of the day. Like, yeah, like I try and use like complementary colors or whatever, you know what I mean? Yeah, like the opposites and whatnot. But yeah, no, it doesn't come naturally.
Honestly, I feel you so hard on that, because when I had to come up with logos and like branding for this podcast, truly gun to my head, I was like, colors, I don't know. I was like, I like blue. Can we just do that? I don't.
No, yeah.
But there's this whole school of thought with like color theory and how
Totally.
Beyond.
Totally. Yeah, I mean, it's like a lot of graffiti artists don't have that artsy side. You know what I mean? They don't learn what color theory and all of these things are. And it's like, I definitely went to like, a Waldorf school where they have tons of art implemented into everything. And so it's like, I definitely had a touch of like understanding what to do, where to do it, what stands out, what works with what. But yeah.
It's tough.
No, totally.
So then if you were to graffiti on top of someone else's work, what happens? Like, is there etiquette?
Yeah, I was gonna say, yeah, you're probably causing problems.
Okay.
You know, like whoever you just went over is probably not gonna like you, to put it simply. But yeah, it's like there's definitely rules to the whole fucking game. But yeah, typically if you're going over someone else, like you wouldn't want your art gone over.
Sure.
You know what I mean?
Sure.
So like now this person, whoever they may be, and takes a certain kind of person to write on a wall, right?
Yeah.
So now you have this offbeat person who's pretty fucking mad at you, right? So if they ever see you again, it's probably not going to be a good interaction, to say the least.
Because is your work, or our graffiti artist works, hard word to say, recognizable? Like if someone were to be like, oh, this fucking guy. I
mean, yeah, it's a matter of like how active you are, you know, like how up you are. Like if your name is on every corner, motherfuckers are gonna know you. You know what I mean?
Is your name on the on each piece?
Yeah, always. I mean, my
name.
piece is my name.
Okay.
Yeah.
Love.
Yeah, no, it's pretty simple in that regards. Yeah.
Have you ever had beef with anyone?
Oh yeah, all the time.
Stop.
Yeah.
Stop.
I mean, like, I'm not a big person to hold grudges and create problems, but like I said, it takes a certain kind of person, and so like, there's a lot of fools out there who just want to cause problems and want to exacerbate the situation and make things up and fabricate shit. And so, like, yeah, no, I've had a lot of hate for, like, no good fucking reason at all.
Yeah, you seem very zen, but I feel like deep inside, if someone pushes the right button, it's over.
No, that's fine. I'm not really about violence or none of that.
Okay.
Maybe when I was, like, way younger, like a teenager, like, a little bit more off the cuff, but, like, into my 20s, and, like, I'm 30 now, you know what I mean? Like, yeah, it's a far and few in between kind of moment. Yeah.
Got it. Well, is graffiti art a predominantly solo activity? I mean, do you go with friends? Is it a place where you spend time with yourself? Is it different for everyone?
Yeah, I was gonna say, I mean, like, I started pretty solo. I'd have, like, one friend here, maybe one friend there.
Okay.
The majority of, like, me painting a lot of the time is by myself, but as I've gotten older, like, totally a social experience, you know, like, I love going and hanging out with somebody, having a couple beers, fucking painting a wall, fucking whatever, you know.
And is it always at night?
No.
Day, night, what have you,
morning,
morning,
like, day painting
dusk.
is the best.
Sure. Okay.
Yeah.
And then do you ever get paid to do this?
Rarely. I mean, like, after, like, I've been painting, like, or doing graffiti since I was, like, 15, you know. After, like, 15 years, like, I've done a small handful of murals that I've gotten paid for.
Wow.
Yeah.
And then once you get paid, is it no longer graffiti because it's legal?
No, totally. Yeah. No.
Okay.
Yeah.
Is it art? Graffiti isn't art.
It's a mural. Like,
yeah.
It's fucking no. Yeah.
Okay. So then, are you allowed to say what other job you have, or like what pays the bills?
I mean, like, I worked in the cannabis industry for, like, over 10 years now.
Okay.
Yeah.
So that pays the bills, and then we can do graffiti on the side.
Right.
Is there a world where you would want graffiti to be your main source of income? Is that
totally? I mean, if I could get paid for fucking a mural every other week or whatever, or really decent money once a month, you know what I mean? That would be amazing.
Okay.
But yeah, I mean, there's definitely more of a call for it in this day and age.
Yeah.
But it's not always possible. And there's people that have been here a lot longer than I have that are taking those jobs. You know what I mean?
So there's seniority, you think?
Oh, 100%.
Damn.
100%.
There's politics too, right?
Oh, dude, yeah, it's dirty. Yeah.
Can you get, like, how do I say this? Could you get banned, or, like, could someone speak so poorly about you where you don't ever get a gig ever again? Like, is it that tight-knit of a community?
I mean, as far as, like, graffiti goes, like, yeah, like I said, like, I've definitely had, like, uncalled for beef, you know what I mean?
Okay.
But that's graffiti, you know what I mean? And so, like, the people that are gonna hire you and events and things like that, like, unless they're really plugged into your circle, like, no, you can always branch out.
Okay.
Yeah.
Do you feel like LA or New York has a bigger graffiti scene?
I mean, it all really started in New York.
Okay.
Back in, like, what, the 60s? But LA is taking it to a whole different level.
Yeah.
For sure.
Huh. Did you see the thing downtown with the high rises back in February?
Hell yeah.
Were you
I would have fucking been there, but I was helping my grandma that weekend.
Oh.
I was hella pissed. A bunch of my friends were fucking there that night. Damn. There was, like, over 100 people in that building. Someone got shot at.
Oh my God.
Yeah, and then fucking SWAT was called and they cleared every fucking floor.
So was each floor a different artist?
Oh, yeah. Wow. I mean, within, like, a couple days, because it popped off on, like, a Thursday.
Okay.
And then by, like, Sunday, there was, like, cops on every corner.
Whoa.
But then, like, the following week after that, there was crews going in there and taking multiple floors. Yeah, like, there's a big-ass, like, MTA piece that's, like, 6 or 9 floors or something like that. Yeah, like, each letter is, like, 3 floors or something.
Holy shit.
Yeah.
Okay, logistics? How does one person do you bring a ladder?
Oh, fuck yeah.
Okay, so there's, like, supplies.
Oh, hell yeah.
This was honestly a few days ago. I was on the freeway, and I saw someone had graffitied on the bridge, basically, like, in the underpass, and I was trying.
Are you talking about right before Chinatown, off the 110 meets the 5?
No, this was in Sun Valley.
Oh, okay.
To be fair, the graffiti, I mean, it could have been a child. Who did
No
it.
doubt.
But it was in such a cumbersome spot. Like, there was no place. I don't know if someone had literally belayed from the top of the bridge and, like, scaled the wall.
That's been really popular. Like,
so is that a thing?
Yeah.
Because how
like,
else
rappelling
people...
is the new shit, honestly.
Damn.
Yeah. That's the new trend. Like, if
People
you're not
are, like,
rappelling,
rock
who are
climbing.
you?
Oh my
Yeah.
That's wild.
Yeah.
Does that also play into like the risk and the adrenaline and the...
I mean, personally, like, I've never rappelled off any sort of surface, but I'm sure. Yeah, I mean, you're hanging there on the side of a building, like looking the city below you. I've seen tons of videos of like cops driving by, not even knowing that something's happening right above them. You know.
Oh my god.
So yeah, no, totally.
Okay.
Totally.
Okay.
I would imagine so. Yeah.
That's a thing.
Yeah.
Another logistics. Do you go to like okay. Here's what I was picturing.
No, yeah.
Here's this art that's like edgy. It's illegal. It's like dark. It has its own moodiness. And then I was picturing those people walking into like a Joann's or a Michael's and like passing by the cinnamon cones to like get the spray paint. Is that where people get most of the spray paint?
I mean, like,
Amazon?
yeah, I mean, Scamazon is good.
Okay.
Yeah, like, buy your paint, say you never got it, get a second shipment. You know what I mean? Now you're getting paint half off. A lot of the time, people just rack paint, pushing shopping carts filled with it out of the store.
Is rack stealing?
Yeah, ragging. Yeah.
Sure.
But like, you know, like as time goes on, like typically picking up hardware store paint isn't as good as picking up like some nice paint from some. There's a handful of companies all around the world.
Okay.
But you know, like that kind of paint, you end up like working and like taking your hard-earned money and putting it into spray paint.
Is it expensive?
I don't know, like $5-6 a can.
One, how much, like in one sitting, if you were to do a piece?
Yeah.
LOL the terminology.
No, yeah, hell yeah.
Is that, how many cans does that require?
It depends. I mean, like every can is another color, so it's like how many colors do you want? You know what I mean? And how big do you want to go?
Huh.
So it's like 2 cans can only get you so big. You know what I mean?
Okay.
Like the wall in here, like I could do it like an easy piece, like with 2 cans, but you know what I mean? You say you want 6-7 different colors.
It's a different thing.
Yeah.
And do you ever get a headache from the fumes? These are the things that I
No,
need
you
to
get
know.
high.
Stop.
Yeah, you get high.
Do you get like a head rush?
Definitely. It's not very comfortable, but like, especially when you've been painting for like 8 hours, like multiple spots, like you realize you're pretty fucked up. Whoa. Yeah.
Are you a loser if you wear a gas mask?
Totally.
Okay.
Totally.
Got it.
Yeah, you look at those people like, I don't know, what are you getting paid?
Sure.
You know?
It's like when there's a light drizzle outside and you people with like umbrellas and you're like, just tough it out.
Yeah.
Put on a coat.
Yeah, it's like, like I've painted a lot of like abandoned buildings, like sitting inside where there's no airflow and you can see the fumes in the air and like you got to go take a cigarette break outside just to like breathe.
Just breathe another chemical. Perfect.
Honestly.
Perfect.
Yeah.
Damn. So then when you go in, do you have a vision for what you're going to do or do you just let it?
Typically, I mean, like, usually I'll be, like, sketching, drawing stuff, and I'm like, I want to do something kind of like this.
Okay.
But there's always, like, a little bit of freestyle aspect to it of, like, what you're feeling in the moment. Like, I want a little something here, a little something there, whatever.
Do you enter a flow state when you're in it?
Oh, 100%, yeah. That's the best. No, it's like painting is therapy, you know? Like,
And have you ever done a piece and you're like, oh, this is shit. I want it gone.
100%.
And then what do you do? Just like...
You just walk away and hope that no one ever sees that.
Cross your name
or you
out.
go back in a week or a month later and you cover it yourself.
And then when do you know when it's done? Like, is there this completion feeling that you get?
I mean, yeah, if you have it like really planned out in your head, like I'm going to use this color for this color for that, then totally. But sometimes like you just have a bunch of scraps and you're like, what can I do? And then at a certain point, it's like, I'm just going to leave it.
Okay.
You know, and so it goes
You got to
both
know
ways.
when to walk away.
Yeah, yeah, totally.
So then how do you choose a location?
Oh, I mean, like, either something that's high vis, you know, like something you see like this big wall on the side of the freeway or this one building downtown that you always pass by or whatever, you know what I mean? You're like, I want that high vis spot.
Okay.
Or you see some building that has like a fence around it and you're like, oh, they're going to knock that down soon. Or like, just some weird random abandoned spot or like underneath a bridge.
Okay.
And so like you end up like going and just doing some urban exploration and kind of like finding some shit. Yeah, totally. Is there
like a dream spot you would want to do? No limits?
I don't know. Yeah, something that would like live forever. You know what I mean? Because that's the point. Is like everything eventually gets buffed, like painted over,
Right.
or capped by someone else because it's just a popular spot like that. But you know, like hitting a spot way up high. That's why like the rappelling is super fucking cool.
Yeah.
Because like,
Who's gonna clear? Who's gonna clean it?
You know what I mean?
Is there, okay, I'm curious your thoughts on, graffiti on, like, mom and pop stores or, like, churches or is that the art itself?
I mean, like, yeah, as far as churches go, I mean, like, it's definitely a little bit more illegal.
Okay.
Because you got some hate crimes in there. But, it's like, yeah, I try and leave religious places alone.
Yeah.
And then, like, depending on the mom and pop shop, sometimes, you've heard some things about the people that own the place, and you're like, fuck them.
Yeah.
And then sometimes you're like, I go there, know? So it's all a little bit of a gamble there.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. I'm realizing that graffiti is really, when I say an act of defiance, I don't mean in this like childish way, but
no, yeah,
it really is like a way to communicate either distaste for a political view,
100%.
Like it's more than just bubble letters.
No, yeah, totally. No, I mean, I grew up with a strong hate for society, to be honest. Like, my dad is a total fucking punk. He has like anarchy carved in his kneecap, and it's like, that's how I grew up, right?
Yeah.
And so, like, yeah, just seeing society, like, I didn't get to choose these things. I was born into it. I don't agree with a lot of these things. I'm one of the masses, so it's like, yeah, I want to get out there. I want to put a message out there. I want to fucking say something. I want to fucking make you think on your commute to work.
Yeah.
Or whatever it is.
Yeah.
But no, totally. Yeah. It has a lot of, not for everyone, but for me,
Totally.
A political fucking side for sure.
I mean, but that's art in general, right? Like, art's going to have opinions and it's going to evoke emotions in different people. And are there like Christian graffiti artists? Is that a thing?
Probably.
They're like, yes, Lord, Josiah 12:10 or whatever the fuck.
No, yeah, it's all walks of life.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Have the cops ever pulled up on you?
Oh, like too many times to count.
No.
Yeah, too many times to count.
And what do you say? What do you do? Do you run?
I mean, a lot of the times they'll pull up, they'll flash their lights, they'll try and scare you off the spot.
Okay.
And so, you run around the corner, you find a good spot to hide, you wait 15, 20, 30 minutes, and then you go back and you finish your shit.
Like, do they really care? Have you ever had a cop that's
depends.
like... Okay.
Yeah, I mean, it depends. Like, I've definitely been painting a random alley that I definitely didn't have permission for, and had a cop pull up and ask some questions, and we're like, yeah, we're good, we got permission, and then they drive away.
Okay.
And then, I mean, I was put in handcuffs when I was like 17.
No.
Yeah, I was on like Lancashire over by the Red Line station here in LA. And
did they take you in?
No, thankfully, because I had a clean fucking rap sheet, you know what I mean? So like, they gave me an official warning, and they fucking uncuffed me and let me go. But like I was tagging the fucking building right there, like 3 a.m. Yeah.
I also feel like in LA, there are some other more pressing issues I feel like maybe they could focus on.
100%.
You know what I mean?
100%.
What is the charge? Is it a felony?
It depends. I've heard that painting the freeways out here, because it's Caltrans, and that's a federal, state level owned something or other.
Okay.
That's a fucking felony.
Okay.
Painting trains because you're crossing into that's federal territory, and then defacing it, that's total felony. Fucking yeah.
And that's jail time?
Yeah.
Whoa.
But painting a mom and pop shop is not.
Okay.
So you know what I mean?
Okay.
It's kind of weird where the laws lay there.
Isn't that funny how that's usually the case?
Yeah. So like, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
And then I'm curious, if you were to be around other graffiti artists one night, is there any lingo or terminology amongst you guys that maybe the lay person wouldn't know?
Yeah, I mean, like saying like throwies and straights and pieces, or like this full cap me fucking whatever, you know what I mean? Like, yeah, there's definitely, yeah.
What does that mean?
Right. So like, yeah, like a throwy is like your typical like bubble letters.
Okay.
You know,
Okay.
straights are like legible pieces.
Huh.
A piece is like, or like a burner is like, you know, something hardcore, a lot of colors, stuff going on. You know what I
Right.
mean? A tag is a tag. And then yeah, what like getting capped? That's like someone goes over you or you go over someone else.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
And like that stems from like old like New York shit. Like
Yeah.
Cap is a writer from New York, and his whole thing was to put a throwy over anything and everything. Yeah. So it's like, oh, you got capped. It's because Cap went over you.
Can I be honest? That would just piss me right the fuck off because I'm sure this
Right.
takes such a
Right.
long time. Now, is it illegal? Sure. Sue me.
Whatever,
But like,
you know.
you put so much time and effort into something, and
Yeah.
then someone just shits on it. I'd be like, it's like if you wrote an essay and then your computer crashed. I'd be upset.
No,
Can't
100%.
start all over again.
100%. I mean,
Yeah.
a lot of it'll fucking kind of push you away and be like, fuck, like, I don't know.
Yeah.
But then sometimes it kind of pushes you to do more.
Huh.
You know what I mean? Like, because, like, yeah, part of the, like, there's definitely rules to the whole scene, but, like, part of it is just, like, going over something that you know you can do better than. So it's like, a throwy is just bubble letters. If you were to fucking do a whole piece over that,
Okay.
it's a fucking piece over a throwy.
Okay,
You know what I mean?
okay.
And so it's like, yeah, if someone does a piece over your straight, your throwy, or whatever, you're like, fuck, like, I need to get on that level so that people aren't going to feel compelled to fucking, like, oh, this is trash. Let me go
Okay.
over it.
Is it
Yeah.
competitive?
100%. Yeah.
Whoa.
Yeah. I mean, a lot of people say that it's a physical sport.
Yeah.
Because, yeah, fools will want to fight you over that, you know? And then, yeah, there's so much ego driven into all of it. It's extremely fucking competitive.
Whoa. Is there ever a sense of community, or is it a pretty...
Totally.
Okay, so it both
Totally.
exist.
Right.
Okay.
Right.
Okay.
Yeah, street level, extremely fucking competitive.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And then you start to have like some events and things go on and whatever. And that's when like, yeah, everyone comes together and it's all hunky dory.
I love hunky dory.
Same.
Whoa.
Same.
Okay, then what's like your emotional state usually when you do a piece? Is it the same? Do you prefer to paint from a state of anger? Is it ever like joy? No.
I mean, it's kind of like whatever in the moment. Sometimes
Okay.
I'm sad. Sometimes I'm angry. Sometimes I just want to fucking get away.
Yeah. And does
So-
that affect the work you do?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. If I'm angry, I'm probably a little drunk.
Sure.
If I'm sad, I'm probably
little
maybe a little
drunk.
drunk. You know, but like, yeah, no, it all depends. It totally
Okay.
all depends. Yeah.
Okay. Do I want to start graffiti?
Hey, you-
Graffitiing? Is that a word?
Yeah. I
Okay.
mean, painting.
Painting?
Yeah, painting.
Okay, I'm gonna hit the streets. So, okay, I do trivia with each episode. So
Okay.
I'm gonna hit you with 3 questions.
Okay.
And give me your best shot.
Oh God.
Number 1, what's the smallest country in the world? This is a bit of a trick question.
Fuck. I don't know. I'm thinking of fucking. I know it's not the right answer. I'm thinking of like Lithuania or like fucking. I'm bad with words. I'm sorry.
I don't blame you, because when I saw this answer, I nearly shot myself. Vatican City.
Oh.
Apparently it's a country?
Well, I've been there too. Wow.
No way.
Yeah.
Okay, would you graffiti in Vatican City?
No, 'cause the police are heavy.
Okay.
I mean, like maybe like I'll catch a tag, but like,
Just like,
yeah, you know,
Something.
like. But I'm not gonna. Yeah, I'm not gonna go balls to the wall
Okay,
there.
okay.
Yeah.
how many U.S. states have a coastline?
Fuck. What? There's like 13 on the East Coast. We got at least 3 over here. I want to say like 18.
Dude, 23.
Damn. All right.
I was also shocked.
Yeah. All right. Fuck yeah. I was like, I don't know how many there are in the South. I'm thinking about it. I was like, fuck,
Who
Florida,
knows?
Texas. Like.
Yeah, beyond me.
Yeah.
Last one. What is the Earth's outermost layer called?
Oh fuck. Something sphere.
It's a simple word.
What, like the crust?
Yes!
I thought you mean like atmosphere wise. Like,
Yes! It is the crust. It is the crust. Okay.
lol.
I'm wondering if we can talk about the Banksy of it all.
Yeah, totally.
Okay. Is he, in your world, is he like a bit of a hack? Or do people respect him? Like, what's...
No, I mean like a lot of like younger fools. and cats that have just been in it on the streets don't really respect him from what I've heard.
Okay.
When I was younger, I thought he was cool.
Sure.
But yeah, no. He's kind of just more of like, I mean, he's definitely made money off his art and
like a lot, right?
Yeah, and so it's just like it's extremely controversial.
Really?
Yeah.
Does the controversy lie where how much money he's making for what? Like, is the whole point of graffiti for it to be a little edgy, a little off-brand?
I feel like it's just like how his stuff is treated. Because he can go and he can paint a building, and they're going to section it off and make sure it stays there.
It's like the pink wall in L.A.
Yeah,
okay.
Exactly.
Everyone's
and so, like...
yeah.
Yeah,
okay.
yeah.
Okay.
That's why it's just he gets treated differently. Even though he may be doing it illegally, he may have a good message to fucking put out there.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was curious if it was ever seen as like hacky. I don't know enough. I probably had an Urban Outfitters shirt of his shit when I was 13.
No,
you know?
yeah.
But I could see how maybe it's feeling a bit detached from the real graffiti world.
Yeah. I mean, like, I still give him props. I mean, I've watched videos. I've seen where he's gone into like war-torn countries, fresh out of war.
Holy shit.
And like put up some very fucking I don't know, fucking, oh my god, words
are hard.
Yeah, they are. But no,
like some controversial piece,
right?
Or
yeah, put up a really nice message, you know.
Okay.
And so it's like, yeah, I give props to that a little bit, but
yeah, I get it.
Yeah.
I mean, it goes back to the idea of art. Like, not everyone's going to sign off on it, you know, and
totally
be jazzed about it. So then, do you feel like graffiti changes as the world evolves? Like,
100%.
Okay.
Yeah.
Like,
I mean,
how has it changed from maybe like the 70s?
Well, yeah, back then it was like all just unhinged. No one knew each other. The internet didn't fucking exist.
Yeah.
It was all kind of just, like wild, like just the birth of it all, really. You know what I mean? Like, no one had a style. There was nothing to look at from before.
Sure.
It was fresh. It was brand new.
Huh.
You know what I mean? Nowadays, you have kids looking at Instagram posts, seeing what's most liked on the internet, and trying to replicate it. And so it's kind of like hit a bottleneck, or it's just narrowed down to like, I feel like...
Is it kind of sterile?
Yeah, you know what I mean?
Okay.
Like, terrible shit gets produced.
Yeah.
People like it. People see it. People replicate it.
Yep.
And then it just keeps cycling like that. And I feel like it's been getting worse and worse and worse, especially like over the past 10, 20 years. Yeah.
Gone downhill a bit.
Yeah.
So then how do you stay original? Like, are you...
That's a damn good question.
Yeah.
I don't know. I just probably try and put my own fucking spin on it. Like, I have a few people that definitely fucking inspire me, but like, I've met half of them. I've fucking seen a lot of shit. I've been around. Like, I just always try and put my own spin on it. Whether it's a little bit of anime style, it's a little bit of fucking this, like whatever, you know, like try and just pull from external sources and make something new, because like the whole point is to try and be original, to stand out.
It's
you know?
hard.
Yeah,
because there's so many people wanting to stand out, and there's so many ideas that have already been produced, and you want to stay fresh and fun. Okay, Emily. Fresh and fun. It's
no,
time
that's legit.
For me to go.
That's legit. You're good.
So
I'm all about the fresh and fun.
Oh, bless. Who are your inspirations?
Oh shit, fucking I was just talking to her about it. Fucking Accept from Seattle.
Huh.
Yeah, that's what he writes.
Okay.
Like UPS 9 to 5 as his crews. I remember. I was going to college in Olympia, and I remember seeing his shit on Instagram when I just barely fucking gotten on Instagram, like 2015 or some shit.
Yep, when everyone thought it was a photo editing app.
Yeah, right. And like, I remember there was these photographers taking pictures of fucking Seattle, and like I'm just watching all of it, taking it all in, you know. And he just he had this wild ass style that like reminded me of like LA kind of fucking style. And
is he still producing? Is he still
hopefully he's doing good wherever he is.
Okay.
Fucking love the man.
Okay.
But I mean, he's been pretty caught up on drugs for a good handful of years.
Aww.
But I know he definitely still paints. He's still holding down Seattle, that's for sure.
Okay.
But yeah.
Is there a pretty big drug problem within graffiti artists?
Like I said, it takes a certain kind of person to write on a wall.
Yeah.
The kind of running joke in graffiti is that your idols are all addicted and homeless. Yeah, like in order to be free 24/7, to paint every fucking night, to have that kind of drive,
Sure.
you have to have not a lot of other things going for you in life. As soon as you have a good job, a family, that's when you kind of fall off and you stop painting.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Right.
So it's like the people that you see that are the most up typically aren't doing so well.
Huh. Is it addictive?
Fuck yeah.
Yeah.
Fuck yeah.
Yeah. Well, because I feel like any art could be addictive, but then there's also this like adrenaline aspect.
Oh, this is way
to
more
it.
addictive than painting any sort of canvas
Yeah.
or anything else.
Totally.
Yeah, like seeing your name when you walk around town is like a weird fucking motivational boost.
Interesting.
Yeah, like just going to work and you're like, oh, that's my fucking
Yeah.
name. Like, fuck yeah, you know,
Yeah.
like, oh yeah, I've been there, I've done that. Fuck
That's
yeah.
so wild.
Yeah.
Do
yeah.
you, if this is too personal of a question, you don't have to
No,
answer
you're
this,
good.
but have you ever struggled with any drug addiction or have you
Oh,
ever
totally.
had?
Yeah, I went
Okay.
to rehab in like 2018.
Yeah.
It's like, yeah, I was selling a lot of drugs and I ended up doing a lot of the drugs that I was selling.
Sure.
And then I was just not in a good place mentally. Yeah,
Huh.
totally.
How does your art compare when you were in that space to now?
I don't know. I was doing some just different shit
Yeah.
back then.
Yeah.
A lot of my work was hella clean. You know, like
Were you on
crisp,
uppers?
solid. Well, a little bit of everything.
A little sprinkling. Yeah.
But I mean, no, I've definitely honed my skill since then, for
Okay,
sure.
okay.
Yeah.
I don't know why this reminds me of this, but it reminds me when John Mulaney finally got sober and he told a story about how difficult it was to do stand-up sober because you get so used to producing your art in one mental state. But he's like, actually, my comedy is better now. But I think when something is so familiar for so long, it's hard to leave that headspace to do something or to be in a different headspace doing the same thing.
No, totally,
tough.
totally. I mean, like, thankfully, like, I wasn't really like getting high on drugs and then going and painting. I don't know. I kind of kept those separate.
Okay.
You know, I'd like party hardy, and then fucking go and paint.
Got it. Got it.
Yeah, maybe like drinking, smoking weed. There was definitely a period where like I wasn't drinking, and I guess yeah, that kind of like hindered it a little bit.
Okay.
But I guess yeah, from a standpoint of drinking, fucking when I go out, especially if I'm gonna go out bombing, that's like staying out all night, fucking catching throwy after throwy after throwy. Yeah, like I'm gonna want to drink. You know what I mean? I'm gonna want to fucking enjoy myself and feel good and fucking all of that. So it's like I definitely have friends that have gotten sober and just be like, I can't fucking paint anymore.
No way.
So yeah.
Okay.
So like I feel like I've been blessed to fucking whatever my path has been, but
Yeah.
like yeah, it's
Why
a very
do you think
real
that
thing.
is?
Like what do you mean?
Why do you think once they got sober they couldn't create anymore? Was it just too
Maybe it just reminds them of getting high.
Yeah.
You know what
Yeah.
I mean? Like if you're smoking meth, you're smoking heroin and shit.
Sure.
Like it fucks with you.
you
Really
associate that memory with
Yeah, you're gonna walk
yeah.
around the block, catch tags, and then you're gonna want to hit that pipe.
yeah.
You know what I mean? And then if that's not there, you're gonna feel all fucked up inside. And yeah.
I mean, it's like I get it. You're not doing this as like your 9 to 5 and you got to clock in and make your art. Like it's
No.
chaotic and it's stressful and it's fun and it's artistic and it's emotional. Like I get wanting to dissociate a little bit with
Right.
whatever is going to help that process.
They definitely go hand in hand.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's like, you know, like Insomniacs. There's so many Insomniac fucking graph writers.
Oh, yeah.
They're like, I can't go to sleep. I'm going to walk and paint.
Yeah.
Fuck it. You
How
know?
do they not go crazy? Because you're like not sleeping
Damn
and
good question.
Yeah. We'll circle back with them. So then, okay, Utopia, there are no limits, sky's the limit. Where do you see yourself in 20 years?
Oh, jeez. That's another damn good question. I don't know. Like, yeah, as far as cannabis industry goes, I've been pretty fucking sick of that. Been trying to get out.
Yeah.
But yeah, just, I don't know, like fucking working a job that I enjoy, you know what I mean? maybe a family. I don't know. Yeah.
Do you think you'll be painting forever and ever?
Most likely, yeah.
Yeah.
I'm sure it'll take a few different forms over the years. Fucking, yeah. I used to go pretty fucking hard in my 20s. Like, I literally just turned 30, so it's
Happy
like,
birthday.
oh yeah, thank you. But yeah, I don't know. We'll see how it goes in the next 10 years.
It is wild how, I mean, in my 20s I could day drink, night drink, go to class,
Yeah.
do it all over again. Now if I get 7 hours of sleep, I'm like, I'll see you guys next week.
Yeah,
Like,
I hear that.
The stamina is changing as we age, you know what I
Yeah.
mean? So I end each episode with the same question,
Okay.
and it is, what's one thing you wish more people understood about you? And I always preface that with the fact that can be with you as an individual or you with your art.
I guess, yeah. I mean, for all the haters out there, fucking, I'm just here to have fun. Like, that's
Yeah.
my main rule is, if you're not having fun, why are you doing it?
Amen.
You know what I mean? And it's like, I'm not here to hate. I'm not here to fucking cause problems.
Mm-hmm.
I'm here to fix problems. I'm here to fucking teach people and fucking make something of it.
Yeah.
And so it's like, yeah, I've never been one to fucking cause problems. I'm just trying to have fun here.
You're just
You know what I
minding
mean?
your own business.
Yeah, right.
I love it.
That's who I am, yeah.
Can I tag your social page?
Yeah, of course.
Okay.
Yeah, yeah.
Okay. I love it. Can you say the name?
Yeah,
Okay.
my Instagram is just like Royce with 1,000,000 underscores.
Love.
Yeah.
Love.
yeah.
Okay, I'm going to tag it. I want... Okay, tag? That sounds so
Nah.
graffiti. Oh, my God. Because I've seen your work, and you're the real deal. This is
Word,
not
word. Thank
some,
you.
like, little
Thank you.
silly-dilly
No, thank you.
paint. This is some serious stuff.
No, it's definitely, yeah, it's been a part of my life for fucking ever. Like,
Yeah.
since I was 10 years old, you know?
Love
Like,
it.
Yeah.
Let's go paint.
Right, that's what I'm saying.
Let's
I was like-